This Anderson Training Systems segment is going to be about core training. Core training is something in a terminology that's been made very popular since the early to mid-90s. And basically all it is talking about the midsection of your body. This section of your body, people ask me sometimes, what does the core do? You know, is it where everything is originated from? It really isn't. It really either helps us stabilize us and stops, or sometimes creates movement from the trunk area, or it also is very efficient at translating force either from the floor through your feet up to your upper body or vice versa. So those are the really two main simple concepts that the core area does. We're going to show you some really simple aspects of isometric training for the core today, and a little bit of dynamic movement at the end. Really kind of cornerstone movement, or very popular movement that many of you probably have seen, is what I call the body plank for the core. And all you're going to do is you're going to be down on the floor. You're going to have elbows directly under shoulders, feet about 12 to 16 inches apart, toes kind of curled. And all we're going to do is come up in a straight line. I'm going to show you the correct way to do it, and I'll speak while I'm doing it, and then I'm going to show you a couple incorrect ways. So you're going to come up and hold a nice straight line down from your ears clear down to your ankles, basically. You can see I'm starting to shake. You maybe even hear my voice quaver a little bit. That means that I'm doing a real good job of working my core, quote unquote. I'm going to go back into another drill, and I'm going to explain the difference. It's going to look very similar, but I'm going to explain the striking difference, and this real critical difference that you need to realize here is that I'm back. It looks very similar, but obviously you can't see any shaking from my midsection, and you can't see, hear any quiver in my voice. And that is basically because I haven't contracted my glutes. Your glutes or hind butt, whatever you want to call it, hind end, is really critical in making this drill work right. So if you have a little bit of trouble, a real good cue for you is to start lying flat, squeeze your butt really firmly, and then elevate yourself off, and it'll put you right in a perfect position. If you have a hard time keeping that contraction, you may start to feel a little tension in your low back. That'll be an indicator that you've lost your contraction of your glutes. Come back to the floor immediately, re-squeeze your butt, and then elevate off again. If you can't get it, give yourself a little bit of a rest interval. So that's the real simple nuts and bolts of doing the body plank. The other thing you really want to stay away from is getting real hips high. The way that you'll know you have your hips high is you'll start to feel a lot of pressure on your upper body there. A real good basic programming protocol for doing the body plank is to start to try to do a minute. If you're a real novice, non-exerciser for most part of your life, I would start with 10-second segments and do 6 of those. As you get better at that, maybe add another 60-second segment where you break it down into 6 sets of 10 seconds. And then start to incrementally move up and use larger sets, 20-second sets, 30-second sets, so on and so forth. If you're a little more advanced and maybe a little bit more frequent gym goer, you might want to start in 2 to 3 sets of 20 to 30-second repetitions. If you're real advanced, you're going to shoot for the 60 seconds or upward. This kind of gold standard by some of the back researchers out there as far as training the trunk to be a good spinal stabilizer is a 2-minute plank hold with just plain body weight. So that's kind of gives you a gold number to shoot towards. Now we're going to go ahead and show you a couple different variations of it. But all the base principles that I just talked about here, contracting the glutes, really bracing the trunk, you should almost have a corseting effect through the trunk of your body, all apply to these other drills that I'm about to show you. One variation that's going to look at the core from the side is going to be what we call a side plank. And all we're going to do here is stack feet, elbow underneath shoulder again, just like the other, and lift off. If you're a little on the weak side, give yourself a little support here. But it's a nice straight line again. I've still squeezed my glutes, and I'm working really so hardly to keep that corseting, tensing effect to the midline of my body. Come back down. This is a little more advanced drill. Start with lesser amounts of volume per time for each set. 10 seconds is a really good place to start for most people with this, working on up into the 20 to 25 second range per repetition.